All right, here we are. Thank you for tuning in to the test of the live stream. We're gonna see what happens here. I'm gonna I'm gonna mute the audio as if we're practicing the processional here, because there'll be music playing, so we don't want the music going over the stream. So I'm gonna mute it for a little bit, and then we'll switch things around. All right, we're unmuting that. We're gonna say that the processional is happening right now. I'm gonna let this west camera view go. Sorry, I'm just changing something in here. All right, this west camera is gonna go until most people are crowded in. Once we get to where most people are up by the stage, we're gonna switch to the north camera. That I'm gonna zoom in on my west camera. You won't be able to see that on the stream, but I'm gonna be doing it behind the scenes. I'm gonna take this time to do it while everybody gets in their places. So, and then I will have, right before I unmuted, I will have turned the music off to start the processional. And so then once the first person gets up to start talking, I will unmute the podium mic, and I'm gonna cut to them talking. On the west camera, I am on full screen A just for the cameras in the live stream. We don't need to see any content right now until the pinning. I will maybe take a flip at some point to north camera, just depending on what's going on here. Yeah. Oh no, that's the precision. Yeah. No, we're in the welcome. Okay, so in the welcome, we'll have the west camera up the whole time for the person speaking. We'll keep it on full screen A, just the camera close up on the podium, and then in between the speakers, I gotta switch the south camera to be zoomed out a bit more for this. All right, so there's gonna be 3 speakers. There's gonna be whoever the welcome speaker is, then the president, then the faculty member. So after the welcome person speaks, in between them going to sit down and president getting up to speak, we'll bring the south camera up to show that. Then once the president gets to the podium, we still have the mic unmuted. He will speak for a while. We'll have the close-up on the west. Once he's done speaking, watch the exchange here on the south camera. And then the faculty member will come up to speak. He'll speak for a while, and then we'll get to the actual pinning ceremony. So I'm going to change. I'm going to make it a picture-in-picture on the stream. They'll announce. All right, there it is. They'll announce that they're starting to do that. So I will click forward on the slide as they pull people to the stage. So let's say she's going to announce the first person. I just need to zoom in a little bit on my south camera. As they announce the first person, they're going to say Tanya Aguilera. After they announce it, I'll click to the north to watch her get up, cross in the front there and get up on the stage. Once she's up on the stage, she's going to go over to the left side of the stage, and we'll have this south view watching her get pinned and everything, pictures there. Then we'll just keep going through that. So you see her picture up there. Then when they cut back to the person in the middle, they'll say, all right, Tracy Ahrens. And then we'll cut back to the north, watch Tracy get up. She'll cross the stage, go over to the left, then we'll go to the south, and then so on and so forth. This is the only, it'll be like this all throughout, watching the people get pinned. After that, once that's done, we'll go back to the west. I'm just going to click through all these slides just to get to the end of it. Yep. Then they'll do the ADNs after the PNs. Yep, my computer's lagging behind. Yep, a lot of clicking through. You saw the camera angle that we were going to go on. Almost done. computer doesn't like clicking through that many. Oh yeah, when they do the congratulations after the PNs and the ANs, I'll just keep it here to watch applause or whatever. And then once they're done with that, once they flip over back to, once we go like working towards the pledge, I'll go back to the West camera, and I'm going to stick with full screen A. We shouldn't need a picture-in-picture anymore. There's no reason to have content up on the screen until the slideshow now. So we're on a full screen A here. She'll announce, or whoever it is will announce the pledge. While they're actually doing the pledge, we'll keep it on the North camera. And then I believe the student speaker is going to come up after that. The student speaker will come up to speak, so then we'll go back to the West, and at some point towards the end, she will engage about the slideshow, to which right when she says something to that effect, I am going to mute the audio to the stream because you can't listen to what's going on, and then I'm going to mute the displays in Centennial. I'm going to start the slideshow. I'm going to unmute the displays. Then I'm going to go to a full screen B here on the stream just so you can watch the slideshow itself. Then I'll mute the podium mic. I'm going to let it go for about 10 seconds or so. Then I'm going to reverse all of that. I'm going to send it back to a full screen A, so that right as the slideshow is actually ending in Centennial, you'll see the camera on the live stream. Then I'll unmute the audio because it'll actually be done in Centennial. I'll mute the displays again, unmute the podium mic. I'll mute the displays again to Centennial. Then I'll change the slideshow back to what it was, unmute the displays, and then make sure that everything's good on the stream. We should be good to go. So you're not gonna hear me for about 15-20 seconds as I do all of that.
I was thinking about the band. I was thinking about.
All right, so we should be back. Maybe I think she's gonna be talking for a little more yet, so I'm gonna keep it here. And then when she's done talking, we hear congratulations. Cut to North, watch some applause. I'm gonna back up the West camera. We shouldn't need any close-ups anymore, so I'm just gonna make it a wide of the whole room on West. Then we should be able to end here on the stream, and then watch people go out. And when announcements are done, I'll mute the audio again, start playing music, and shortly after, I'll just end the stream. So that should be everything for me. That was about a 10-minute video. This is going to be about an hour. So yeah, I think that went well.